Hello, it's Susan Crutchfield, Director at the Noonan Carnegie Library, and I'm excited to introduce you to Throwback Thursday. This is going to be a series of history talks that we'll be doing on Thursdays, and today we're going to be talking about Charles Thompson and the beginnings of the Noonan Carnegie Library. Come along with us and learn some history. I hope you enjoy it. The first Library Association was formed in Noonan in 1883. The library was located on the southeast side of the square at East Broad Street and Greenville Street, and it opened on November 8, 1883. However, this was not a free library. It was $3 to join with an annual renewal fee of $2. Charles L. Thompson was a youth who lived in Noonan on Washington Street, and when he was a child, he fell out of a tree and had to be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Although his father was a prosperous banker and could afford the library fees, he knew that there were a lot of people, and especially young people, who could not afford the fees. So on Thursday, December 12, 1901, Charles L. Thompson sent philanthropist Andrew Carnegie the following letter. Honorable Andrew Carnegie, New York City. Dear Sir, our city desires to provide better for the higher life of its people, and we would like very much to interest you in our plan. We have read with increasing admiration of your splendid philanthropy and already have in our section several illustrations of its practical results. Noonan is a city of 6,500 people, an important manufacturing center, and a large interior port for cotton. It has numerous municipal improvements, including waterworks, electric lights, and an excellent public school system. Any educational institutions here would appeal to the interest of all the surrounding country. We are very eager to erect a library and auditorium for Chautauqua purposes. The city has an excellent site, well located, and would support them loyally. The Young Men's Library here would turn their 3,000 volumes over to the city, and the school library would be added to it, and we could begin with nearly 5,000 volumes. The auditorium would be used to bring the best lecturers here, and the people of 4 counties would attend the lectures. Would you be willing to offer the city $10,000 for the building if we agreed to furnish a suitable site and provide 10% of this sum annually for its maintenance? The people, in addition, would guarantee a sufficient sum to ensure the success of the Chautauqua. Please let us hear from you regarding this plan and precisely what conditions you would require of us. We will furnish all information desired as to effects of such an institution. Yours sincerely, Chas L. Thompson, care of Noonan Banking Company. Now you may wonder, what is this Chautauqua that Charles L. Thompson talked about? Well, this was an adult education and social movement that occurred in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. These Chautauqua assemblies were popular in rural communities as a way for people to gather together and socialize while also being educated. Presentations would have included speakers, teachers, musicians, showmen, preachers, and specialists who were popular during this time. On January 2, 1902, Andrew Carnegie's private secretary, James Bertram, offered to give $10,000 to the city of Noonan if the city would furnish the building site and commit to providing $1,000 per year to support the library. The city council adopted a resolution that gave the lot on the southwest corner of the square that was known as the Doherty corner of the square as the library site. The city council also decided that they wanted to construct an auditorium above the library as a second floor that would be paid for by its citizens, where they could hold these Chautauqua educational programs. But it needed to be paid for by the citizens of Noonan. Mr. Carnegie's funds could not be used for the auditorium as it could only go towards the library. The estimated extra cost was $8,000, and people during this time were very worried that they could not raise so large of a sum. However, Honorable I.N. Orr, who was the chairman of the Auditorium Building Committee, believed that the people really did want this auditorium, and so that they would raise the money for it. And they secured pledges for $6,000, which was found to be the actual cost of the auditorium. Unfortunately, Charles L. Thompson did not live to see the Carnegie Library completed. He passed away on January 30th, 1902. This death mask was casted by Noonan dentist Dr. Thomas Cole at the graveside of Charles L. Thompson. They cast this death mask, which was a common practice during those times, so a bust could be made of him for the library. Herald and Advertiser newspaper wrote on March 27, 1904, "Every person in the community will accord to the brave young spirit which first gave life to the movement full credit for the ultimate success, and the library will be as much a memorial to Charles L. Thompson as to Andrew Carnegie." The Carnegie Library opened in June 1904. We hope you enjoyed this first edition of the Throwback Thursday, where we talked about Charles Thompson and the beginnings of the Carnegie Library. We hope you'll join us again soon for another Throwback Thursday.